Good day, everyone, especially to you, Sir Warde. I am Giselle Naya. We are the Group 4, together my group mates. I am the first discussant of Module 5. Our topic for today is all about multicultural and global literacy. Our introduction as schools cater to diverse students in class, be it in terms of gender, color, race, nationality, religious affiliation, cultural beliefs, ethnic groups, socioeconomic status, and etc. Teachers need to understand the concept of multicultural literacy to come up with appropriate approaches in class. This time, we talk about our learning objectives or our learning outcome. First is discuss global and multicultural literacy. The second one, illustrate the global competence framework. The third is explain the dimension of multiculturalism. The fourth is elucidate on the assessment strategy for global competence and global understanding. Fifth is present effective ways on how to integrate global multiculturalism in the lesson using appropriate delivery strategies, instructional materials, and assessment tools. Sixth is draw relevant life lesson and significant values from personal experiences and demonstrating multicultural literacy. Seven, analyze research abstract on global and multicultural literacy and its implication in the teaching learning process. And the eighth and last, draft relevant policy in addressing multiculturalism in school. But this time, our definition and multicultural literacy, it is consists on the skills and ability to identify the creators of knowledge and their interests according to Banks 1996. To reveal the assumption of knowledge, to view knowledge from diverse ethnic and cultural perspective, and to use knowledge to guide action that will create a humane and just world according to both 2008. Meaning we have the different types of learners because of its diversity. They also came from different culture, different practices, beliefs. So as a future educator, right now in the 21st century, we need to be sensitive of the different practices. We need to be aware of the different cultural practices of our learners. That's why multicultural literacy broaden our perspective when it comes to understanding the diversity of ethnic groups and cultural practices of our learners. So, accordingly, education for multicultural literacy should help students to develop the 21st century skills and attitudes that are needed to become active citizens who will work toward achieving social justice within communities. Meaning, because of the growing racial, language, and ethnic diversity in the country, multicultural literacy needs to be transformed in substantial ways to prepare students to function effectively in the 21st century according to both. The second one is the definition of global literacy. It is the aims to address issues of globalization, racism, diversity, and social justice according to GO 2014. Global literacy is an understanding of how the world is organized and interconnected. Meaning, when we say global literacy or globalization, there are two main points, what we call interconnectedness and integration. So let's not only focus on the local or the national perspective of our literacy, of our learning. We should broaden our scope of learning. We need to become a global teacher at the same time by not forgetting our own identity as a Filipino, our locality is so that is why it is being combined. So there is also a statement of we need not only we don't need required to become a local at the same time global teacher. This time, according to the Ontario Ministry of Education 2015, a global citizen should possess the following characteristics. First is respect for humans regardless of race, gender, religion, or political perspective. The second one is respect for diversity and various perspectives. The third one is promote sustainable patterns of living, consumption, and production. Last is appreciate the natural world and demonstrate respect on the rights of all living things. And we talk about the interconnecting multicultural and global literacy. Every classroom contains students of different races, religions, and cultural groups. Meaning, let's try to get the interconnectedness. How are they related to each of other? Multicultural and global literacy are is interconnected. So when we are in the classroom, we need always to integrate the concept of multiculturalism. Every classroom contains students of different races. We don't have only one kind of student in the classroom. They have different practices, different beliefs, upbringings with their family. That is why we need to be more sensitive on that and aware of their practices and beliefs. A word that students embrace diverse behaviors, cultural values, patterns of practices, and communication, yet they all share one commonality, which is their educational opportunity. Now, we talk about the OECD Global Competence Framework. OECD stands for Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The framework depicts on the four dimension global competence encompassing the development of knowledge, values, attitude, and skills that flow along parameters of attaining such competency. Now we talk about the global competence as a multidimensional capacity refers to skills, values, and behaviors that prepare young people to thrive in a diverse, interconnected, and rapid changing world. Meaning, therefore, globally competent individuals can analyze and rationalize local, global, and intercultural issues, understand and appreciate different perspectives and worldviews, interact successfully and respectfully with others, and take responsible action towards sustainability and collective well-being. It is the ability to become engaged citizen and collaborative problem solvers who are ready for the workforce. This time we talk about the promoting global competence in schools. Schools play a crucial role in helping young people to develop global competence, meaning they can provide opportunities to critically examine global developments that are significant to both the world and their own lives. They can teach students how to critically, effectively, and responsibly use digital information and social media platforms. School are also positioned to enhance students' ability to understand their place in the community and the world and improve such ability to make a judgment and take action. Now we talk about the need for global competence. The following are the reason why global competence is necessary. First is to live harmoniously in multicultural communities, meaning education for global competence can promote cultural awareness and purposeful interactions and increasingly diverse societies. People with diverse cultures are able to live peacefully, respect differences, find common solutions, resolve conflicts, and learn to live together as global citizens. Last is to thrive in a changing labor market, meaning education for global competence can boost employability through effective communication and appropriate behavior within diverse teams using technology in increasing or in assessing and connecting to the world. Thank you very much. That's all.